A case of moral policing has been reported from Belagavi in Karnataka after a group of 8 boys from a minority community brutally thrashed a boy and a girl from different communities, and not just different communities but different religions as well. The girl in fact happens to be the cousin of the boy. The gang reportedly attacked the duo using pipes and rods. 9 accused have been arrested. 2 of them are minors. But what's most shocking about this case is that both of them were subjected to brutality. In fact, those are horrific visuals of the victim in this particular case being subjected to brutality by that gang. There are political reactions now coming in. This has become a flashpoint in Karnataka. Listen in.
So first and foremost, the Belagavi moral policing has definitely grabbed headlines. What are your thoughts, sir? What kind of action do you propose?
No, they've already arrested 9 people. It was just that I was told that, the lady who was involved, she happens to be his own relative, sister, brother kind of a relationship. And also, they were just sitting and chatting. And suddenly this group of people have gone there and, all this has happened. So police has already arrested them and booked the case.
So there are many such things that come to light, especially terming the minority section as jihadis and things like that. So how do you propose to tackle these kind of problems that keep emerging time and again?
No, we handle case by case. This is not a drive kind of a thing, and this doesn't happen always. Whenever it happens, the police will definitely take action accordingly. Each case is different. Sometimes youngsters are involved, some elders are involved, sometimes family members are involved. We can't really predict, something like this.
Generally, when it comes to interreligious marriage, especially between 2 communities like the ones mentioned here, there is always a growing tension before you declare your love for each other. So, how can this kind of a sentiment be addressed?
No, it is a social problem. Basavanna, the great philosopher, 850, 860 years back, he advocated inter-community, inter-religious, inter-community, particularly inter-community weddings. Why did he do that? Because he wanted to kind of bring about a casteless society. As a social problem, this has to be resolved, slowly. And I think with the passage of time, all these things will get resolved.
Yesterday there was a moral policing incident that happened in Belagavi, where 2 of them who were siblings were attacked.
See, basically, they should not take any law into their hand. They should inform the concerned authority, or they should call the concerned authority, or take them to the concerned station. If they have got any apprehension or any doubts about the intention, let them be inquired by the concerned authorities. We should not take law into the hand. Innocent people will suffer unnecessarily. We should not, anywhere for that matter, we should get the law enforcing authority to do the needful.
Pratibha Raman is now joining us live on the broadcast. Pratibha, while the details of the case are extremely shocking, let's look at the larger perspective. When you have an atmosphere of polarization, in Karnataka particularly, we've seen this politics around polarization, politics along religious lines, along caste lines in the past couple of years particularly. When you have such an atmosphere, such incidents are inevitable, don't you think?
Absolutely, and this is not the first case that Karnataka is witnessing, and this is even more shocking simply because we are talking of 2 cousins, and before they could really explain their stand, and before they could really explain the fact that their parents belong to an interfaith marriage, this kind of an incident happens. So this basically boils down to the kind of action that is being taken by the respective governments, by the respective law enforcement agencies as well. Time and again we hear of these cases, but what happens at the end of it? Are all of them really let off? Is there any kind of a stringent rule? Are they really booked in several kind of sections of the law so that this kind of turns out to be a warning sign for different others who would engage in such kind of activities? These definitely go unchecked, especially in a place like Karnataka, especially in places like the Mangalore belt where these kind of cases have time and again been witnessed. And now we are talking of the North Karnataka belt in Belagavi where this has happened. What started out as a day where the two of them went out to fill out the forms for a Yuvanidhi scheme, which is one of the schemes that has been presented by the Congress government, has ended up on a bitter note like this. Now, time and again, most of these governments, in fact, even the Congress, when it came to power, had promised that they would ensure that measures are put in place to keep a check on moral policing incidents and to keep a check on those who would be acting as detrimental to the communal harmony of the state. These were the several promises that have been made by several governments who have come to power in Karnataka. But then there's been absolutely nothing that has been seen in reality, nothing that has been seen on ground to keep a check on these kind of incidents.